So, remember when I made that theory about the Dan Schneider multiverse? Yeah, well, I'm in jail now. The thing about Dan Schneider is that he doesn't like when you reveal all his secrets, so why don't we do it again? So Paramount Plus, that one subscription service that just felt like existing that one day, is reviving iCarly. Makes sense to me.
Don't you see? This is a metaphor for how we're all streaming on Paramount.
Everybody loves somebody.
It was insanely popular, and while I can only remember the first 3 seasons, Henry Danger has been going on longer. If you count the spin-offs, is this really better than iCarly? Is there anyone still watching this? Why does Nickelodeon stream on Twitch? Didn't you stop work with Dan Schneider? Why are these shows still active? Why'd you make Tommy Pickles look like this? Can I leave yet?
No.
Okay. After it got revealed that it even existed, they released a quick promotional video, and oh my god, Spencer looks exactly the same. I feel like Freddy is finally confirming my second theory that he's Steve from Blue's Clues.
Steve, a 30-year-old schizophrenic who killed his parents.
They're like backstage somewhere trying to revert back to their old selves. Freddy can't count anymore, so, Freddy brain trauma theory. I guess it's cool to see these characters interact more after like a decade, but this didn't reveal anything other than we have Jerry Trainer. Also, seriously, where are they supposed to be right now? After that, we know a couple things. First off, this is the main cast. No Sam, and very sadly, no more Gibby. I mean, I really don't care. I mean, we don't even need this revival. You'll live. iCarly was totally a show that needed more closure. No, it didn't. Jeanette has a more than good reason to not join the show. Even if she wasn't, I wouldn't want her to be in. Guys, I'm so sorry that Sam was your favorite character in made-up sitcom Jerry Trainer land. The last thing most people want is a person to be pressured into some garbage they don't want to be in. As for Gibby, I don't think he gave a specific answer, but this man played Gibby in the first place. Are you really going to complain about it? Sam already did return for Sam and Cat, which will always be sad because this show is still a big question mark plaguing me. I want to know who asked for this. I need names. I got a lot of time on my hands. I can learn a couple things about people to avoid. They also ruined Gibby in this show. If the Gibby in this revival was anything close to Sam and Cat Gibby, I would burn this show on a disc just to destroy it. Sam and Cat did have one good thing. Have Ariana Grande in the cast and not have her sing the theme song. Okay, whatever. I don't like baby shows for little kids. You get it. Let's actually look at the trailer the video was about. And yep, it sure is. It sure is. We start off with a look back at the original iCarly footage. It's sad how I can name what episodes some of these come from. You see this? I Dream of Dance Season 1. At what point do you ask yourself where it all went wrong? Probably when I ended up in jail. Sam is in the sequence, so they're only mostly acting like Sam wasn't a character. They aren't going to give a canon reason, so here's mine. Sam and Cat doesn't count. In the episode I Christmas, Carly has to live in a world where Spencer is normal. Don't ask.
I made your wish come true. Spencer was born normal.
Well, in this world, for some reason, Carly and Sam never met, and now she's being held in a juvenile detention center. Without Carly, Sam just goes to jail. In this revival, Sam committed arson. Now we cut to Freddy holding a phone, and yep, they're streaming on their phone. How is this somehow better than the old equipment? What can you do with that other than just film? Guys, I've never streamed on my phone. How does this witchcraft work? You can't, like, pull up a new screen on that, right? Okay, so they're probably going to switch back later on, but if I see Instagram reaction emojis or whatever, I'm breaking the disc. Where are the Pear phones? You know, the Dan Schneiderverse brand? It's everywhere. Gonna be honest, I'm really glad they're in the old apartment. iCarly is nothing without this apartment. Look at that old, decrepit studio. It's like night and day, Walter White to Heisenberg.
Everybody loves some.
Look at this recreation of the robot. I love this thing. Baby Spencer is back. Out of all things, I think we can agree this was the character to bring back. Jerry Trainer's best acting roles. Crazy Steve? No. Baby Spencer. Oh yeah, there's these new characters. I don't care. This one is just to replace Sam, and I don't know what she's for. I'm just gonna go check the wiki. Occupation: YouTuber. Who would want to be that? Freddie Benson, adoptive stepfather. What? Freddie is a dad? Millicent is the adopted stepdaughter of Freddie Benson. After Freddie's divorces, Millicent and Freddie moved in with Freddie's mother. Okay, so that brings something up. This revival is for people who actually used to watch the show, which is very smart. You don't see that often. Which is weird, because that idea is bleeding cash. Like, honestly, super smart idea. I'm surprised. But also, the sentence Freddie Benson has gone through multiple crippling divorces can't exist. Spencer cracks a cold one. Whoever thought Spencer from iCarly drinking beer and saying the bad word, guys?
Damn it! The bleep just didn't work? Let me try it out again. Fuck!
I think this revival is just money, because come on, that's all that corporations want. But I love Jerry Trainer. He was always the best character of the original show, and it looks like it's the same here. He's like the Jim Carrey of Nickelodeon. I hope he has all the B plots like he used to. Let's just dedicate this moment to how much I love Spencer.
There's nowhere we can hide, no matter what we breed.
Oh yeah, also Miss Benson is here. Did they find the Fountain of Youth? Nice little iCarly theme song and montage of a bunch of stuff I have to probably look at frame by frame. It's just a bunch of random shots of people smiling, Spencer tasing himself. I have no idea how he got that. Spencer is armed, and someone alert the authorities. Spencer and Freddie with a big ampersand. My favorite episode, I Ampersand. A bunch of people celebrating something. This bag says happy anniversary. Wow, are they gonna have a fun time caving in my knees for figuring out that one. Also, for a second, I thought this kid was Kevin from Fred. Again, here's Spencer and Freddie. They're paired up in a lot of scenes. We're getting a Drake and Josh dynamic, aren't we? I wonder if the next shot will be anything new. What? Okay, so Neville Papperman. The best iCarly character, obviously.
Were you gonna buy this lollipop?
I'm so glad this was the character they decided to bring back. Why does he have a robot arm? Last time we saw him, he left a mental institution and had dinner with Gibby. It's probably a costume, but if Neville is half robot, bro, I'm there for that. Remember the Salmon Cat robot diner? It wouldn't be that crazy, right? Also, why is he wearing this suit? Neville Papperman, more like Dapper Man.
You'll rue the day. You'll rue it.
I can't.
With the inclusion of Neville, here's some characters I want to see. They probably won't be in, but maybe. Bluebird needs to come back. He can just be a doorman again. Maybe go on a trolling spree and break all his bones again. Maybe you'll actually be happy. I'd be happy if kids weren't constantly grabbing me through vending machines and stuff. Tebow, the actor definitely seems like the type to not be opposed to returning. I want Smoothie Man back. Guppy, this is Gibby's little brother. I actually don't care that much, but if he returns, that'd be kind of funny. I really want the other sitcom characters to show up. I mean, stuff like Victorious, just joking. I want another Craig and Eric cameo.
Everybody falls in love somehow.
And the character I most want to see, Officer Carl. Pee on Carl for life. I mean, we could get one of these or two of these, but does it really matter? No. The rest of the shots, there's definitely stuff happening. Swan dress and group shot. Look at this dimly lit, withered away iCarly logo. Beautiful. And that's the whole trailer. Will I watch this show? Probably. I don't want to be excited for it because, you know, these things usually die and it's usually not good. But come on, Spencer. I love Spencer. By the way, I heard Socko will be a character, and he'll actually show up. If it's Michael D. Cohen, I'll have a stroke. I'm glad to get out of there. Now I can talk about how much I freaking hate Jesse on Disney Channel. I should really stop doing that.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss